All right, what's going on, everybody? This is going to be my weekly recap for the week ending on March 31st. That was last Friday. I'm starting to realize I'm kind of letting some of these weekly recaps get away from me. I'll always like recap and like look at my trades that I took, but sometimes I'll like put off actually uploading the video. Um, so basically, what I have after reviewing my trades and just sort of my win rate and my position sizing and the risk reward that I'm getting, and just taking a look at a lot of the data that I have so far, um, I've concluded that I need to find a way to limit the amount that I'm entering with initially and find a way to in a measured way to add to my winning positions. And so that's what I've tried to start doing. I'm still a work in progress, and still is going to require some further patience. But essentially, what I've decided to do is I'm going to enter my position in halves, and I might end up deciding to do it in thirds. I'm not really sure. It really just depends on um, what sort of result I get with this current change. I might need to break on my position even more. Um, but given that I'm losing 7 out of 10 trades, I really don't want to go in every time with my full size. I want to try and find a way uh, to to put my position on in a way that allows me to add more to my winning trades while taking a smaller initial position and having smaller, or not necessarily smaller losers, but I'm taking a smaller position size, which allows me to have a wider stop initially. Um, and right here, you have an example of this. So in this trade, I had sold 4 contracts here at this 5 minute break of structure, and I sold another 4 up here. I fell victim to that average price phenomenon, thinking that I'd be able to have a better position for a short by taking this sell, which initially did run into profit. I think actually about 2 to 1, but unfortunately, and I believe this was actually the one win that I had last week. It trailed me out, and I think it was about $40 or so. And so now that 10 trade losing streak is was over, or ended, I guess technically on Friday. That was the longest streak of losses that I've had in a long time. The longest so far on this account. Um, and yeah, so I'm trying to cut my position in half and add this second half here somewhere further along the line. I'm not sure. Well, I do know. I want to see my initial position from taken from some type of break of structure, and then I want to see that break sustained for a period of time. What that period of time should be, I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to come up with a specific rule, if I want to, for like how long that structure has to be broken. But generally, I want to see that breakup structure, and then I want to see it retest uh, either the area that it has broken as a level of resistance, or retest basically my entry. And when I see that breakdown for a lower low, that's where I would like to take this short. So here I would be looking to take this second half of my position somewhere, probably in this candle right here, because this is the candle on the 5 minute that's taking these lows. Now this particular trade would have worked out horribly, because price immediately reversed to make higher highs. But that is the formula, because when you have a trending move where price is trending down and having pullbacks, um, generally the long when you wait until you already have that lower high in, and you have that downtrend confirmed, uh, that's a much more reliable signal to follow, to add that second half of your position, I think. Obviously, it's not going to work all the time. This is a prime example of that. But in instances where price is falling sharply, um, yeah, it will work just fine. Uh, and hopefully, in doing this, as I exercise more patience with getting into my full position size, I will be able to potentially limit my losses. Since I'm trading fewer contracts, I'll have a wider stop, give price more room to move, and hopefully open me up to possibly a higher win rate. I mean, if I'm able to take advantage of more trades, or not more trades, but if more of my trades are positioned in a way that allows me to take advantage of the trend and actually get in on a winning position, maybe I'll see some improvement in the near future with my win rate, along with me working on being a little bit more patient before adding on this second half of my position. I'll probably do this for about, I guess we'll just do it for the month of June, and we'll reassess by July. Excuse me, I have a little morning voice, but yeah, so we'll reassess in July and think take a examination and see if I want to break my position up into thirds, and then instead of entering, I think my full position size now is 8 contracts, so I enter 4 and 4. So if I go into thirds, that will have meant that June did not go well, and I'll probably need to decrease my position size anyway, and I might go down to 6 contracts and enter 222, and so I'll have 3 entries that I make. But each of those entries has to meet, the criteria. Sometimes, uh, it's easy to get swept up in what you think is going to be, and then it's like, well, if I add it here, it'll keep my average price higher for this short. That'll be better, and that's kind of what happened to me here. But I really do need to make sure I wait for some sort of sustained downtrend to appear, and that it shows that it retested and rejected from whatever area of resistance that existed in that downtrend. So if it's like a simple trend line, and you just wait for that breakdown below for lower lows, and trail my stop accordingly. The trailing stop, I think, is a good idea. I really, that's one part of my strategy that I don't think I'm gonna ever change. It allows me to always leave the potential for the trade that I'm in to become a bigger trade. Obviously, it leaves the potential for it to become a loser trade, or a less big winning trade. If I'm trailing it, obviously I'm risking a certain amount of my open profits. But I'm only allowing myself to trail at 1R away from where my position currently sits. So once I am, 2R in profit, I trail 1R away, and I feel like I kind of have to do this, um, because of how infrequently my trades are winners. But my average winning trade is like 4 or 5 to 1 sometimes. And if I can try and set up a strategy that allows me to capture more R's more often, I guess that would be optimal. So I guess that'll be it. I will do another weekly recap at the end of this week, and see how this change in my strategy is going. All right, until next time.